Our round of the Pandai election. Honorable Matthew Indam, Akwaba Ekosi saying Sony.
You so Obi at the time.
Domina, maybe I told you. No, we are expecting say you would be down. I mean, this should come as a shock to you because elections are now. Ufri say you've been sworn in as member of parliament in the 9th parliament, only for you to be hit with Newz and UTA. It should be a disappointing story. Well,
Obi Mamentia, what you for? Na match up on that for. Na match on one cry said. I don't know what mamma and sign. That's not done making me one and also sign. In one way, make me a say, I'm surprised. And the other way, so make me a say, I'm not surprised. In the sense that election now, you're calling. So, Konu Bamua, and call me Ebehame. It's an issue, you know, the Ekameka say, everything yes, but Konu Mum, I won the election with 3,734. That is a huge victory.
The margin between one NDC candidates, 3,734.
Yes, 3,734.
Now, what
is a good margin between us?
That's fine. NDC candidate, a petitioner in this particular case, Assembly party in order to call court. What was the challenge against election?
Thank you. Yetu abano every year by 10 o'clock. No more we say omolusu. In the process of collating, ya collate ya madiache. So omoblase no call for with party teachers and this sorry. You can check multimedia, it is there. I'm about disorganized coalition center honomono. Never be brave. But fortunately for all of us, never were your pink sheets were so we were not bothered. But the security advice said, looking at the tension between the youth, if you are not lucky, we'll share blood. And the electoral commission, Enco region with all of us to go and do the declaration. Okay, you may not clear. But deliberately, they refused to go. Actually, until one case, and they said, but they declare election. They were not in the known. Secondly, naming 41 polling stations to be largely where I have won. Usually, say there were some irregularities that Omoma identified. So the court should run those 41 polling stations. And some now, they call court. No.
Okay, basically, the irregularities at 41 polling stations in the court.
Yes.
How many polling stations in the constituency?
152 polling stations.
152. 152 polling stations.
152 polling stations.
The number of votes it was 41 polling stations or more challenging, Who can you be saying?
Who can you because that is one of my largest zones.
Yes.
It is above 10,000 votes.
Above 10,000 in those 41 polling stations?
Yes, most likely.
Okay. And
it is most likely about that
that's fine.
But areas now, that is the number. Largely or close to 10,000 votes.
Okay. Now, have you done the calculations? How far are 10,000 votes in the 41 polling stations that Wunya sign for that 41 polling stations? Do you know?
41 polling stations, so over 10,000 votes to one. Me 8,000 plus votes to I won in all those 41 polling stations.
Okay.
Because over me area say I got over 300 votes. And I want 80 votes. If you want 230 votes, and I want 15 votes. So these are the areas now, or PKS, and the core. And some of the irregularities now can say. Can say Asampa FM, no police station or total votes, 30.
Asampa FM.
With the verification, you verify to vote both presidential and parliamentary.
Yes.
So the person verifies he gets to the polls, he votes presidential, and then one to parliamentary. And over here verification no, NIPA 13 are verified, but over parliamentary NIPA 29 and on my record so much waba. These are some of the things that are stated as irregularities. And over other areas as well. What say electoral officers no, or more indicate the ballot ranges no, because before you start posting no, you have to arrange the ballots in their ranges. That is ballot book 100 02 days. This Oman is also into another irregularities. And another one, so because we are giving duplicates, there are certain information that might be on the original pin sheet, but it might not appear on your duplicates. And the amount who total number of votes on some particular pin sheets. These are the irregularities now, or the alcohol. And out of the 152 polling stations, it is only 2 polling stations and the agents are objective with the reasons. One NDC, one NPP. In think of NDC there, almost objective, only one, and almost agents are signed. All the 151 polling stations, they signed to confirm how the elections were run and all those things. So these are the things now over the court. Nimchana said in one breath, I'm not too surprised. And I say, a week before today, and our starting constituency on social media, oh, we are going to rerun election in Panda. And now moving to the police station, people should be ready, there's going to be a rerun. People and we were like, what is it that these people get aware now? And am I able to say, Bibia then, Akoso. And you could do court in Nano, regional minister or computer, and confirm, you will least expect, say, they'll be at the court, all of them were there. But I'm not saying our fancy danger, we already prepared ourselves because a man a year, you see, I'm a lawyer not prepared, appeal, any state of order, not state of execution, any call your bag in the moon. You see, we knew that we were going to give us some surprises. And the judge in our as far as I can, and I make a cherry. But just mention the case.
Okay, but maybe for those 41 polling stations are almost challenging,
yes.
The votes there in total,
yes.
It will material effect on the general vote. Next one, for example, Sebase court nekase or an early voter ewo 41 polling stations na ebetimi ama final results na sesana.
Obviously, because all those 41 polling stations, and the polling stations are winning 90%.
Okay.
You see, the target, that was the target now. Already because calling for a rerun on those polling stations.
Onono calling for a rerun in the 41 polling stations.
That's what he started 41 polling stations after a rerun. That's what we saw.
Okay.
And the petition is public.
Okay, that's fine. And you Sanka court ne order rerun in the 41 polling stations ne pa anka enyon wama bebre. But because we calling for a rerun of the entire election, that is where o surprise ne wa meboa.
One, and you are surprised. And two, as an MP am running election 3 or 4 times. I know the laws of this country when it comes to election, when it comes to ballot accounting.
FM.
And the CI 127 as amended, also provisions clear.
Yes.
What is a breach? And some election. Now the who say, send them away now, be born here and see. I will be very surprised. Obi Baka is hard we are sitting, and we have precedent. So overcall Nana Akufo-Addo against JM in 2012. Free court ruled on some of these things. Over 2020, JM against Nana Akufo-Addo. The Supreme Court ruled on some of those things.
Yes.
And now here, proceedings now, course or court, which I was there. My monitor some of them. I'm to buy, They tells me that there was nothing wrong because they didn't even go there to challenge the votes because Oman votes Bianco. Because they didn't come there to challenge the votes. They came to let the court know the irregularities that took place. And then this movement of center from Pandai to Tamalino, when the court examined the witness, Oka said he saw the EC and then because it was at the policing center, he saw the EC and then the police escorting the EC towards Tamale. He saw it, but he decided not to follow. Because the question was, the EC said he announced, but because he wanted to deny, Oka said, or man, announcement. He said he saw them going with the police escort. Now, police for escorting the family we had here. So I would have been very surprised if the verdict came on the 41 affair. I would have been very surprised. But I would have given the benefit of the doubt to say, at least this is what the person is seeking.
Yeah, but again, in Sono Sanka, court no annul 41 polling stations, no results now. It may have changed the dynamics, man, sure. Because those are your major strongholds, our numbers be brave, and court ne annul hona, your opponent may have won.
No, but the issue is that okay, they see what Ablekuma.
Yes.
Obviously, there was a winner.
Absolutely.
But the court did not run the whole Ablekuma. Recently, another boy.
Yes.
The court never ran Ablekuma. No. The court don't make Obanya. The same thing happened. The court never ran the whole Ablekuma. Don't make Obanya.
Yeah, home put here. There was no issue of rerun. Say easy nana, it take a decision. Say
no, there was some police station.
Yes, but the EC took a decision. Say parties need na atum. It didn't court. It didn't go to court.
You are right, but I'm just saying if our people had pressure, at the end of the day, if they go around that small police station, it will not. Our people may not get the vote that will overturn that election.
Yes.
But there was issues in contention. So even if you want, let's leave a dummy out. And look at Ablekuma.
And look at Ablekuma.
So we are surprised.
Yeah, but said what kind of
if there is time.
Yes.
We bring because the cross examination, clearly shows that all of us had our thinking. But Obi, why will you are not a polling station because somebody voted presidential and did not vote parliamentary?
Now you're part of the breaches.
No. Say, in my duplicate, total votes were not recorded. While your votes were recorded, your opponent's votes were recorded, but total votes were not recorded.
Ninaka breaches. Ninaka alleged breaches now.
These are largely what happened. They were talking about. These are largely what they were talking about because voting without verification, those police stations are about 10.
Semper FM.
And now, let me bring this one too in. This 2024 election now, proxy votes were vertically verified.
Yes.
Do you know that?
No, that's news to me.
Yes, because proxy votes were vertically verified. It was not only manual. There was a system that was created that you have to verify biometrically. And also, you have to proxy back and verify biometrically. And it was also another charge on that police station said people who vote the police station verified 552 or something. And one voted manual, which is proxy. And the man accepted that yes. In any case, it was biometrically verified because I voted proxy for somebody. And I was biometrically verified. These are the things. And yes, say, irregularities, they complain that this happened and it affected my vote, or the first responder or the winner, Matthew, benefited from those irregularities. No, there was nothing like that.
It's interesting, but I am a decided I will kind of say my filing notice of appeal, and I believe say accompanied to that a stay of execution in Someboa.
Yes, and then file
okay,
and a file appeal no
notice of
and
appeal.
And we sent the appeal to on the former MP in court there, and he the first of bailiff the man on original to train.
Ojeto train. But at least ordinance so.
And you can't claim that.
No, ordinance so mu.
Oh, so mu. Our lawyer he was there, and then they handed over to him.
Okay.
You can call our lawyer. That's the matter is there. You can call him internally.
That's fine. I mean, you better share what the appeal would say, but of course for parliamentary election petition, you say it and they court of appeal. Let's see how that would pan out. It's interesting. I mean, maybe I see the full judgment of the court to appreciate the reasoning for the call for a total rerun into
on some of these cases,
yes,
the pieces are there. So why will you not a resource when a primary source is available? Tell me, because we are going to talk about elections are won at the police stations, and this is popular when it comes to election petitions.
Yes.
Elections are won at the polling stations. Who are agents because you cannot be present at all places. You have accredited somebody to be at least 2 people. Election agents are signed, mission agents are signed. Election no. Obi Bekase, Obi recorded range of powers. That police station and council, na electoral commissioner, Ajuma Oyeno, na Sabio.
I get you. I mean, on the strength of John Mahama versus Electoral Commission, NPP, and the recent one, no, I think Nanado versus the EC and John Mahama versus the EC, the Supreme Court was clear on certain things. And it would see, I mean, Sadia can see a judge in the ruling, so we understand the reason. But I believe because your lawyers were there, all the various grounds for appeal in the ruling they had, we would see how the appeal will pan out. But of course,
get me. Let me bring you the papers. Who your lawyer? Analyze it and tell me. If that's why you win, to me there, Obi Adibio. Look, Obi Ane, up teaching me, I'm on my BBS on the situation. 2020, I was the MP, and I was even a leader in Parliament. I lost to him by 2,072. I lost to him by 2,072. The presidency called me. That time, and sit at 137, 137. They called me. I told them I will share blood because I want to become an MP. The will of the people is that I have lost.
Yes.
And this is the vote I have lost. I gave the seat to him. Some commission met me to me now a woman some at that time,
Yes.
But I didn't do it. But I never over 10 elections, never beat you by 3,745. Now, why do you say? Over frustrating me. Now, Fabio, to me now, you go and take the seat. For the first time in the history of this country, the Fourth Republic, this is the first election now. NPP at winning presidential of Dambai. The first time, 2012. Although I won that election, Nana Akufo-Addo lost to John Mahama by 8,000 votes. 2016, I still won that election with about 700. Nana Akufo-Addo lost to John Mahama by about 5,000. 2020, although I lost with 2,000, Nana Akufo-Addo lost to John Mahama by close to 6,000. This is the first election. His Excellency Atimia winning with 535 against the sitting president.
Inti Baumia won in your constituency.
Yes, Baumia won in my constituency by 535 votes. But NDC is still bent of still making to me, I just asked it for no reason.
In such in Chimno, I'm not too sure because they went to the appropriate forum. A court of competent jurisdiction, they decided you have the option to appeal, which you've taken. As I've said, I mean, as a lawyer myself, now I will not want to jump the gun because I mean the ruling of the court. At least once I get the ruling and read the reasoning of the court, we measure that up against precedents. The Supreme Court have ruled on elections petitioner what is a breach and then there was leading to an annulment of vote and all of that against the constitutional provision of the right to vote. And it's once we get the ruling details now, we'll be able to appreciate the issues better. But I think you've taken the right decision to appeal, and let's see how our appeal no ebeko. But for now, because you've appealed, our file stay of execution, no. You hold yourself still as the MP for the constituency, right?
Exactly. I'm still the MP for the constituency.
Yes. And are you confident, sir, when push comes to shove, now someone say kotoa bani biewa, ubetimi wini?
I am very confident, sir. And now, what they are doing, no, sir, yeah, he hit the ground today.
Asempa FM.
The people of Dambai, they know me. Yet to about year 2020, no. The top of MPs now are losing on the ticket of NPP, no. Those of us who decided to come back, say about contest on that seat, no. Who are about 20 or something. I'm the only person who came back to Parliament.
Yeah.
I'm the only person who came back to Parliament. Although under this difficult condition, I still came back and appreciated the votes. Meaning, they think that because they are in government, they can take it round. And sir, I will come back to Parliament.
Very well. Now, court ne ka say ne judgment ne be ready time man